Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'll put that one up. There we go. I like that one better. Hazel Jones, thank you for being here. Fancy. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Woo, look who's up late tonight. Hey, John Garcia. All right. Okay, let's get on with it, shall we? No comparison. I don't even have to add anything to that at all. It's obvious. It is glaringly obvious. There's just absolutely no comparison. Our Duchess is a self-made woman, obviously, and of course, like anybody else in this world, she has also gotten by with some help from some friends. But by and large, she is quite self-sufficient, liberated, and yet there are echoes of a very traditional housewife, mother, career person, college graduate, all those things. I don't know why she's not in the Marvel universe. She could have easily have been in what was that movie? Was it the End Game? No, not the End Game. Oh, what was the last Marvel movie? That was the End Game, right? Just like the book. Anyway, so let's get on with it, shall we? As they say, no comparison means two things are fundamentally different, or one is so vastly superior. Oh, yes. One is where did I leave off? Vastly superior, that a meaningful comparison isn't possible, highlighting extreme difference, superiority, or uniqueness, like comparing a supercomputer to a abacus, is used to emphasize that one item is far better, or that the items belong to completely different categories. In other words, apples and oranges. Yes, there you go. I mean, it's just, I don't want to get ahead of myself, of course, and I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth. I don't want to. I don't want to make trouble. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that one outperforms the other quite often, and it's just a fact. It is just a fact that one outperforms the other. One has gotten by with, I guess, being the mute woman. Yes, one has gotten by being a mute woman, and the other has been standing up for women all her life. And not just women, but anyone who society has neglected or forgotten, overlooked. She's been there for them always. So the other is no friend to a woman at all, no friend to almost anybody except a handful of close family members. Yeah, that's probably it. So, yeah, somebody woke up on the wrong side of shady today, right? Right. Oh, this is interesting. Why did I look at this? It is a map. I'm going to save that. Maybe we can look at that another time. Yeah, it is a map that shows like the most popular girls' name by states from 1960 to to 2012. And can you believe that back in 1960, the most popular name across the United States was Mary? On the East Coast, it was Donna. In New England, it was Susan. Oregon and Washington State, Susan. Idaho was Lori. Karen in California. So that's where Karen started, in California. Lisa in Nevada. Oh, this is very interesting. And then it looks like, what year was this? Jennifer was everywhere. That was back in 1978. Uh-huh. Oh my goodness, you guys got to see this map. It is so cool. Sophia is very popular right now. By 2012, Sophia and Emma were very popular names. Wow. And Isabella in Florida. And Ava, I don't even know what state that is. Is that Delaware? Huh. What an interesting map. Anyway, I saved it, so we'll share it another time. Let me stop looking over there because I got work to do. Emma. I like that name, Emma. Okay, so no comparison. Our Duchess has been on a roll. 2025 has yielded so much. And I was just telling someone today, it's so interesting how you can declare the Sussexes losers, right? Not us, of course, but the Derangers. And I'm still stuck on the fact that a check for $100 million cleared. I'm still stuck on the fact that another check for $25 million cleared. Whether you've done something or nothing, if you got $100 million, you're already a winner. Okay. But they have worked for their money, so much so that Netflix gave them a first look contract. And then, of course, they were called losers for that. Well, they got a worse deal than what they had before. Yet, most people will say it is it's an industry standard nowadays. You know, it's an industry standard. Some of the biggest names have a first look contract. And you're either going to get the maximum out of it or you'll just show it to someone else. You'll show the project to someone else. And the same thing with the inventory. There was all this talk about Oh, that's so much inventory to sit on top of. And yet, almost in the same breath, we find out that 87% of everything that was ordered has sold. 87%. That is a lot of raspberry and apricot spread, I could assure you. 87% sold. And it's the same as with the um, with Love Megan. A network, a streaming service with 7,000 possibilities for you to stream. And yet, what was Megan? Number one for a week or two. And then she was like in whatever place after that. Still within the first, let's just say 400 or 300 programs. You're that close to that top 10. Even if you're 100 or 200 away, you're still not dead last. That is a win. The best docuseries ever, Harry and Meghan. Um, it's just amazing to me that they just declare everything a failure. And as I said yesterday, Harry and Meghan, without the Home Office, right? Without um, the British government, as a matter of fact, a government that is discouraging people from working with the Sussexes. And yet they've had all of those trips abroad without incident, with great success. And yet, Will and Kate, with everything they have going for them, including uniforms, and Kate wears a knockoff of Queen Elizabeth's lace dress. They had everything going for them. And that trip to the Caribbean was a failure. They went back to the UK with their tails tucked between their legs. Same with Boston. Boston was not very successful. They were booed at the basketball game. They were lectured by the clergy at the opening something who um she lectured them about the dangers of colonization. Oh, and then of course when they queried the locals, what do you think about the royals in town? They either didn't know they were there or they were just totally indifferent, mostly blasé. They could care less that those two misfits were in town. And then, of course, William going to New York for whatever. I think it had something to do with the United Nations. He was hoping to crash the United Nations. That didn't work. They would not even allow him onto the floor. Then he tried to get an audience with Eric Adams, and of course, he faked him out. Oh, I just love it. I love it. It is so messy, and I am here for it. Oh, I could just go on and on. How many times Will and Kate have had egg all over their face? Well, that's what they get for being so shady. But those two, those smoldering figures in the distance, huh? The Armani twins, one of my favorite moments for them when they both went Armani. What an incredible time it's been. It really has been. I'm so high from it all. I really am. Our Duchess just Slade. Yes, Slade. Even when she wears like her outerwear, she is super cute in her outerwear. Ah, and the slick back bun. Nobody can sport that slick back bun like the Duchess of Sussex. I mean, look at that. It is perfect in every way. You gotta love her. And Megan does Paris. That was one of the best days of my life. Really. I've had some amazing times, but that was one of the best days of my life. Was all these pictures flooding the internet, flooding the internet. And there's Megan looking absolutely angelic and ethereal in that beautiful Balenciaga white outfit, only to change into something a little darker and more mysterious. Balenciaga's take on the little black dress. I mean, it was just extraordinary. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is it's so otherworldly. It is. And all of this, and you guys, we get to be on the right side of history. We get to be on the right side of history. By the way, you guys, my not a cold seems to have gone away. Remember, I told you I kind of had the sniffles and everything. Well, I feel so much better. I got some good sleep, and I think we're good now. I really do think we're good. Still wearing my face mask. I advise you guys to do the same. Do not be ashamed to put that mask back on. I've seen some young, healthy, robust people wearing face masks without any regards to what someone may think about it. So, especially if there's anyone in your household who is immune compromised, this is not a good time to catch a seasonal flu because this one here is really bad. The one that's going around is really, really bad. Okay, who did this? Who is responsible for this? So I'm looking at the phone app. I get a phone app that tells me what I have at the mailbox. So I'm just like, I wasn't expecting anything. How beautiful are these? I don't know who did this, but oh, was that you? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I was absolutely gobsmacked. And I don't even know what that means, but I think that's what I was. Let me see. Gobsmacked. What does that mean? Make sure I know what it means before I say that. Overwhelmed with wonder, surprise, or shock. Yeah, that was me. Astonished, astounded. Yeah, I was. Oh my god, and they're the perfect size too. I mean, literally, that is the perfect size. That's usually the size that I drink. You know, sometimes the custom mugs are a little smaller than normal. These are perfect. Thank you so much for that. You get where is it? Where is it? You are spoiling me. These are so beautiful. And how did you know that that was one of my favorite illustrations of Harry, the one on the right side there? How did you know? Isn't that gorgeous? Wait, wait, wait. Take a look. And then on the other side, there's some messages when you flip it over. It says, a fearless heart and determined mind can dismantle even the strongest walls of deception. Huh? And then it says, your service didn't end when you hung up your uniform. Your strength still matters. So does your voice. Your sacrifices aren't forgotten. You are seen, you are heard, you're not alone. Right? That is amazing. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I opened them up. I'm like, what the what? Aren't these beautiful? Look at that. And I love the contrast of the darker inside than the outside. You rarely see that type of color combination, but these are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm blushing. Thank you. Let's see here. They're on my website. Did you get the t-shirt as well? Did I get the t-shirt? I don't think so. I don't think so. Although I will check the box again, but I don't think it's in the box. But where is your website in case somebody wants to order something? How do we find your website? Please give us the information. I'll put it on the community post too. But aren't those beautiful? And I love where Harry is sitting there with the old soldiers. Harry with the veterans. Oh, these are awesome. Thank you so much. And of course, as per usual, now I'm starting to get emotional. Okay, let me stop before I start getting too emotional. But aren't those beautiful? Wow. I am just in awe, really. Right? I am in awe. Especially the picture on the right side. I believe I don't know where I saw that. I don't know where I don't remember where I've seen it before, but beautiful. Thank you, Heather Stroud. Yes, amazing. I love ordering stuff like that. I ran into a advertisement for the license plates, the custom license plates that you could either get like the stick pin. They also have the baseball caps, and you can get the license for all 50 states and put your own custom thing in it, which I think is pretty cool. I had to force myself off of that page. I'm just like, I can't right now. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I promised myself that after Christmas I was going to slow down because what is it? January and February, as Anne from Duchess of Success was saying, January and February is kind of a slow month for content creators. I think the ad revenue shrinks after Christmas, right? I think it shrinks, and that affects all of the content creators. So I am going to have to slow down. Plus, it's tax time again. So for certain, I got to slow down. Hey, Ella Parker. Oh, and I got a sound bite for you all. I have a sound bite. Oh, and thank you again, Shelly L. Okay, let me set that up. Nothing like a good setup, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no wonder. uh, since I'm a baby boomer, I had somehow knocked my speaker onto the floor. And of course, I didn't get up to go and retrieve it. I went and got that little thing that you grab stuff. I got one of those. Okay, I got three of them. All right, I have four of them. Okay, one for every room. No, seriously, I do have four of them. Two of them have the aluminum rods, and then two of them I think are all plastic construction. They come in so handy though. I think in my age it's really undignified to do all that bending. I am amusing myself today. I don't know how.
Let's talk about receipts, numbers, and why certain corners of the internet are suddenly very quiet. Because Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, just did that. Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever, appears to have sold close to 1 million units of her fruit spreads. Just her fruit spreads alone. And let me tell you, from personal experience, these fruit spreads are top notch. So the actual inventory numbers were briefly visible on the website. It showed what was left in stock, and the math did the rest. Nearly 900,000 boxes sold. An estimate of 27 million pounds, which is about $36 million, generated from fruit spreads and companion products. Fruit spreads, candles, honey, wine, all moving, all in demand. And let's address the noise that came before this. The claims about missing candle wicks, the stories about destroyed boxes and shipping, the whispers about returns and failures. That narrative circulated loudly, but the numbers shut it down completely. This is market demand in black and white. Economics 101, supply and demand. This is scalability. This is a brand that sold out in hours, expanded production, and required million-unit purchase orders within months of its launch. This part is for the derangers, the monarchists, the haters who've been waiting for years to see Meghan fail. You waited, you speculated, you predicted collapse. What showed up instead was a business pulling in tens of millions of dollars and proving something very simple. Meghan is marketable. Meghan is in demand. The Meghan effect is real. And that's the read. This is the notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out. Let's talk about receipts, numbers, and why certain corners of the internet are suddenly very quiet. Because Meghan.
Okay. Yes, it has become incredibly quiet. I did not have the words for it, so I decided to let the notorious one do all the talking. But the silence is deafening. The silence is deafening. All of a sudden, things have gotten incredibly quiet. Ella Parker says, "Can we have the website for the mugs?" I think she's working on that right now. I hope so because I definitely want to put it up. And I want to see what else is there in case I want something else. Okay, you guys, don't let me miss it in case it pop up and I'm not looking. Okay. But I'll try to keep an eye out. But yes, isn't that something? Isn't that something? They were so sure of themselves. Oh, the hostility and the ahas and the gotchas and what was it? The whichever website that was where you like read through all of the process they use to sort out how much inventory is left. I don't know who's got that much time on their hands, but if you just glance at it, it did not look great. but there's always an explanation for everything. But once someone figured out, oh, well, if Megan ordered 1 million units of fruit spread, right? And they sold 87% of it at whatever price, oh, that was about $30 million. So, you know what I'm saying? It's doing pretty good. Excellent. Plus, it was Christmas. And as I said yesterday, the boxes, it's not enough to say, oh, it's a superior product. Fine. But the box that those fruit spreads came in, the gift boxes, were absolutely top drawer. You know, nowadays, when you buy some of these more expensive things like candles or colognes and stuff like that, the boxes that it comes in is so supreme of quality that you never want to throw it away. And that is exactly how the As Ever was packaged. The packaging impress. It will impress you, the person who buys it, and it will definitely impress whoever you gift it to. It's that little factor that makes you go, you know what I mean? Mm. So that is something that a lot of manufacturers are doing nowadays. They realize how important it is. It starts the experience when you touch the packaging. That is the start of that premium experience. And yes, the As Ever is soft life luxury products. It is. It's not pricey for the sake of being pricey. It's the quality. It is the quality. I mean, there's something there at various price points for sure, but you're not going to beat that quality. I don't know how you beat that quality. The presentation and the quality, they go hand in hand. I am impressed. Let's see. John Garcia says, Baron, see ya. My new cat wakes me daily at 5:30 a.m. Wow, you don't have long to sleep then. Thank you for stopping by. And also, thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. All right. Have a great night and sleep well. Let's see. Heather Strauss said, is that for the 3-jar box set? The single and the 3-jar. They are both nice. Now, the one for the single jar, I have to tell you, that one is so amazing. You almost feel like you don't deserve to have something of that quality. You ever see on some of those programs how they open up those boxes that the tiara or the diamond necklace, the original box that it came in from the jewelers, well, those are made of leather usually, and they're just amazing, and it's like shaped for that piece of jewelry. It is shaped for a crown or a tiara or big diamond necklace or whatever. um and you're just like, wow, that's interesting right there, just seeing the container that it comes in. That is how you look at the gift boxes. It's like the product is beautiful or quality or tasty, but when you see the packaging, it's just like, oh, this is like exceeding my expectations. So yeah, it is really nice. The candles, the boxes that the candles come in, it is a great paper stock, but it is not the same as the gift boxes for the other products. It is pretty much just the box, although it feels good to the fingertips. So if you were to give one as a gift, it is enough to, impress someone the way it's packaged. But the really nice gift boxes are for the honey, the fruit spreads, and of course, now they have those wine boxes. So those are the ones that are really super cool. I don't think that there is a gift box for the tea, but the tea containers themselves are beautiful, but I do not believe that there is a gift box for those, not even for buying the whole set. So yeah, I have to say that the Duchess did an amazing job. Megan said that one of the things that she spent a lot of time was the packaging, and you can tell that a great deal of thought has gone into it. So I am super, super impressed. Okay. Let's see. The trio 42. She made 37 million for that. Yes. Okay. Okay. You know what? Thank you for pointing that out. For that one product, I had no idea that she sold that many of those. I had no idea that she sold that many of them. I'm thinking it's the fruit spread across the board. But you're absolutely right. I do believe that it was for just that one product, which is important to point out because yeah, as the notorious J TB said, they have gone quiet. The very critical people have gone quiet with the as ever. Silence. Silence is the operative word. They have gone mute. And that is no lie. Where at first it was like all of this chatter about, the amount of inventory, and now shh, dead silence. And if you all are on social media as much as I am, you know what I say is true. You cannot pay anybody to say anything about that. They just don't want to think about it. They do not want to think about it. She is making a fortune. Yeah, she's absolutely making a fortune. Let's see. I bought 5 gift boxes of the Duo Honey for $62. I wonder how many other people bought that many. I think I purchased 2 of them. And I actually have one that I'm using myself. So, but yeah, I purchased 2 of them. So I gifted one and then I'm using one. And then I have the sage, which I am going to use on a turkey at some point. I got to get that sage turkey recipe. So, yeah, I have the sage as well. So, brother says the reason why the derangers and the UK media gone quiet is because they find out that Princess Meghan's business is doing well. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're as quiet as a rat pissing on cotton. That's how quiet they are. Yep. They have gone quiet. Wait, did you say about 5? Oh, no wonder she's rich. No wonder she's rich. Okay. You want to buy one of mine? No, but okay. I'm just kidding. I've already gifted the other one. Wow. Just wow. And Meghan has been completely quiet about this success. As well she should be, but just completely quiet. Hmm? Oh, yes, they're gonna be okay. They are gonna be okay. Now, let's go on to this one here. Clearing the air. Harry wants King to open games. Well, that's what they are alleging. We don't know whether or not that's true. It would make sense because, after all, he's the king, and Charles, that is. Harry is the king in a whole nother way. But he is the king, and it would be very appropriate for him to, you know, it's kind of like if the Pope is in town, you would expect the Pope to do the mass, not the cardinals. And that's the same thing with this. If Charles is there, as he is the head of the armed forces, you would expect him to open up the ceremony. I think it could be that one thing that really brings them closer together. It's that one thing that would cause Willie to blow his stack for certain. Um, I think that interests me more than anything else, knowing that William will be incandescent with rage and ready to blow his stack at any moment. That makes it all worth it. So I say, yeah, please let that happen. Harry values the relationship with that crooked old man. And out of respect for Harry, I am going to respect whatever Harry's wishes are. So um, try to man my business where his father is concerned. Oh my God. Look at how shady Charles looked there. So shady. You just look at him, you see shade. Now, Royalists, let me see. This is from January. The Royalists, of course, that is Tom Sykes. Prince William will be sickened by the Sussexes receiving security in the UK. Well, of course, he'll be sickened by that because it has nothing to do with him. He doesn't have any control over it, and he is bound to get um, upstage by the Sussexes. And of course, that is completely intolerable. He does not want the competition. He should have enough dignity and self respect to not be so obvious about his feelings on these matters, but instead, he he makes sure that everybody knows that he is going to be um, concerned about it, worried about it, feeling small in the presence of his younger brother. But them's the breaks, isn't it? He underestimates his brother all the time. And on so many occasions, not just Harry, but both Harry and Meghan have exceeded all expectations. What is that they say? A weapon formed against me shall not prosper. Let me see. I'm trying to find that article. That isn't celibate. Yeah, that is celibacy. Oh my goodness, I cannot find the article. Oh, there it is right there. I was looking for that picture, but that's not the one that they have there. Okay, yes, here it is. Sources are now briefing journalists that they believe Harry's police protection will be restored. If this turns out to be true, it changes absolutely everything. This is the fight Harry has spent millions of dollars pursuing, the case he himself described as the most important of all. Why does it matter so much? Because it blows apart what many insiders assume was establishment's long term plan for dealing with Harry's exile. Um, the motto here was Edward VII, later the Duke of Windsor, who was neutralized and rendered irrelevant through banishment. Okay, can I approach that for just a second? This ridiculous comparison between war hero Harry and the Duke of Windsor. Everything about the Duke of Windsor was made that much more ironic because he was king. He was a king. So, as a king, he is a threat to whoever is on the throne, right? But Harry is not a threat. Harry has no desire to stake claim to that throne. Harry really is enjoying his best life in California. His sole purpose for his return to the UK is to serve the patronages that he's had for so long and to enjoy certain aspects of his youth with his children. That's it. If Willie is so weak that he cannot survive his brother's popularity, then he may as well abdicate and just give the throne to his son, because it's not going to get any better. I'm telling you, there are people that are terrified of the day William becomes king. I think it was Amanda Platel or one of those writers that said uh, to Charles to make sure that you take care of yourself. We're not ready for William. Even if they're not saying it out loud, even if they're not really writing about it as much, it's what everyone is thinking, is that it's going to be a big stinker. I would say instead of comparing Harry to his uncle, his great uncle, they really should compare William to Henry VIII, who seemed to have had mood issues later in life, anger management problems, those kind of issues. That's who they need to compare. Don't compare Harry to Edward VIII. Compare William to Henry VIII. I think they have a lot in common, especially when it comes to that moodiness. Without security, Harry's trips back to the UK are complicated and expensive. But why worry about the expensive? Harry got money. Harry's offered to pay for the security in the UK. So complicated and expensive. Harry's whole life is expensive. Why is that even a thing? Why is that even a thing? Don't you worry about the money. Okay, so complicated and expensive. But if Harry gets his security back, exile is effectively over. He can come and go from the UK at will at no personal cost. Again, Harry's not thinking about the cost. He may also, you know what? By mentioning the cost, they want to make sure that people get the idea that this is going to be a burden to the British taxpayers. That's what they're trying to do here. He may also regain international protection person status, entitled to UK government security, even overseas. truth is, Harry has received um, very good security traveling outside of the United States. It is the UK where they do not really seem to care about his security. But I would say that they've done an amazing job in Germany, right? For the Dusseldorf games, The Hague. You can see the size of some of those people there. Um, Nigeria and Colombia. And let us not forget Canada. Canada, Megan's old hometown of Toronto and such. So it's not the other countries that seems to take their security for granted. It is Harry's own home country that seems to neglect his security, which they seem to have a record of doing that uh, to people in the Windsor family, especially if there's any connection to the Spencers. Hello. Okay, so let me see. Okay, intends to educate the kids over there. Fine. A victory on security will enable return not as a contrite prodigal, but as a head of a parallel court. Again, mentioning a parallel court helps to enrage people against the Harry on royal status while remaining entirely free of royal discipline. I would say Harry has plenty royal discipline. For William and Catherine, as a matter of fact, William and Catherine, they're the ones that don't have discipline. They don't have enough discipline to come to freaking work. How about that for discipline? William calls off and won't go to the BAFTA awards. Kate don't have enough discipline to go to the Royal Ascot. Both William and Kate at any given moment will decide that they don't want to go to something and they just don't go. William didn't go to that thing the night before the whatever BJ day or something. He didn't do that one. How about that for royal discipline? At least Harry would show up when he was supposed to. More than you can say for Willie and Kitty. Anyway, I'm done with that article. It's really grating on my nerves. But I do have a soundbite for you guys. I do have a soundbite, so let me play that. I kind of like her. She was pretty cool. Wait, is that the one? Uh-oh. Oh.
Is petty and vindictive, but the current king is petty and vindictive, but the next king, William, will be even worse. There is no one more petty than this man. And we know that because stories about him are so gross. They would have you believe that this man, William, will be sickened by the Sussexes receiving security in the UK. So William would rather his brother and his brother's family be placed under danger and into danger instead of being protected. For what? Because Harry said that he was bald and that he pushed him and was abusive to him. You know, Charles is not perfect, but he does protect his brother. Not that I think Andrew should be or deserves to be protected, but he does protect his family members. The current king is petty and vindictive, but the next king, William, will be even worse. There is no one more petty than this man. And we know that because stories about him are so gross. They would have you believe that this man, William, will be sickened by the Sussexes receiving security in the UK. So William would rather his brother and his brother's family be placed under danger and into danger instead of being protected. For what? Because Harry said that he was bald and that he pushed him and was abusive to him. You know, Charles is not perfect, but he does protect his brother. Not that I think Andrew should be or deserves to be protected, but he does protect his family members. The current king,
Except for Harry. He won't protect Harry. But I get her point. Charles will protect his brother, but William is not interested in protecting his brother. Interesting how that works out, isn't it? So, yeah, there you have it. Willie refused the BAFTAs because he didn't want Kate at his side. He likes the attention he got walking alone last time, but Jason Knopf always close by. Are you trying to say that that was ruining his date night with Jason? I know exactly what was he looking for when he went over there. Yeah, the whole thing with the security, that was clearly punishment. Clearly punishment. Oh, thank you so much, Cookies and Cream. Keep streaming, keep watching, knowing every view will count for them. For sure. That's what we are for. Keep watching, keep smiling. And I ran out of rhymes a long time ago. Just in case you know. Oh, wait, that did rhyme, didn't it? So glad to be alive. Oh, here we go. My website is on the mug and in the chat. It won't let me add it here. Oh, you know what? Probably because I got one of those filters. That is what it is. And I don't know how to take that off. So hold on. I'm going to go and get it. Ooh, ooh. Now, you know I can't see that. Hold on a second. Oh, boy. Oh, well, you know what? I think, okay, I know what you can do here. Let's try this one. People to people. I'm doing this like I know what I'm doing. Let me see. Copy the invite. Share this link to bring guests on live. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Private chat. That's what I'm looking for. with everyone in the studio. Okay, now if you send it to the private chat, then I can put it on the screen. Private chat. How do I turn that on? Chat with everyone in the studio. Messages are cleared after each session. Viewers will not see these messages. Okay. Do you see something where you can leave me a message? All this technology is too much for me. I'm just going to type invite. Let's see if that helps. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, did you just see something? Did that just do something? No. I'm too precious, ain't I? I wish BS Speaks Royally was here because she would tell me what to do. Okay, did that do something? No? Okay, I know what else I can do. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I don't want to put you in the timeout. Let me see here. Okay, now you're a moderator, so try to refresh your page and see if that helps. Okay, because now you're a moderator. You should have a wrench pretty soon. So refresh your page and see if you don't have a wrench. And maybe if you have a wrench, you could do it yourself. Oh, I see your wrench. I see your wrench. I can see it on my end. I don't see it for you, but maybe if you go out and come back in, then you'll see your wrench. Try to do that or something like that, and you'll see your wrench. But I see it. Wow, joined 5 years ago? 5 years ago? My goodness. Wow, 5 years ago? Shut the front door. Look at you. Look at you with your wrench. Look at you. Come on now. Come on. Hey, y'all, there's a new sheriff in town. Yes, there is a new sheriff in town. So y'all best behave. We got to celebrate that. Hit it. There you go. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that at the top of the chat. So let me see. What am I trying to do here? Okay. I have just pinned it to the top of the chat. So once again, if anyone wants to order, oh, by the way, thank you for the super chat. If anyone wants to order something from Shelly L's website, let me see here. Let me show you what I got today, because it is Très Magnifique. I cannot wait to look at it myself. All right, there we go. See there? Look at those beautiful mugs. Isn't that beautiful? And they are just the right size. They are American coffee size. You can have your tea and have plenty tea. You know what I found out too is that the Meghan as ever tea, it is pretty robust, I would say, because I usually drink out of a bigger mug, and the flavor fill that whole mug, like almost like I used two tea bags instead of one. That's how perfect it was. I was very, very impressed with the tea. When you open it, the smell is like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to keep sniffing the can. And then when you make it, it all makes sense at that point. So very, very good products. Also, I gifted one of the hibiscus teas to one of the shop owners that I visit frequently, and she absolutely loved it. She absolutely loved it. So I didn't even tell her that it was a as ever product. Okay, so again, it is at the top of the chat, and feel free to glance at it, or at least make sure you save it so you can check it out later. Divine Muse Tote Collection. Oh my goodness, you know I'm looking at it right now. But I'm just going to take a glance at it because I got to drag. Oh my God, look at those. Oh, I love those. And that's a good price. Oh, I see the cup. I see the cup. Oh, I'm going to get this one. Our Cali Royal comic book edition mug. I see that one. Wait, I don't have that one, do I? Is that like the other one I have? Wow, Megan looks hot on this one. Oh, there's Guy. Aw. How nice is that? Okay, you guys, make sure you save the email because you got to take a look. You have got to take a look. I'm loving it. And the price is perfect. It's good prices. Okay. Well, I am impressed. Okay. There you go. Well, somebody's been busy. Okay. Where did I leave off? Thank you for sharing that. Where did I leave off? Nope. Nope. Oh, I was over here, but I got to scroll back down because I was in the middle of Dragon Kate, one of my favorite pastimes. Kate, it rhymes with hate. Oh, you can't open the link? Let me do this. Try it from here and see if that works. Yeah, try that one and see if that one works. But I'm going to post it on the community post later anyway, so you get a chance to do it from there. I know. No, thank you, Shelly L. You've really done some hard work here, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm getting, I'm getting emotional looking at the Guy Cup. I keep looking at it. That is so beautiful. Oh, I see the one with them. Oh, yeah, I see that one too. Okay, okay. Well done, you. Well done. Ingrid Sowers, you cannot open the link too. How is that possible? Let me go back up here. Okay. All right. Now let me put this link that I posted up there. Let me see if I can do that one. I'm going to post that link, my link up there, and see if that helps. Okay. Oh, it is not working. I don't know why it is not working. Okay. Let me try something else. Because I opened it before, so. Oh, all right. All right. Okay, let me try this one. I think this will work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put that at the top of the chat, and let's see if that works better. I think that does it. Okay, that's it. Try that one, you guys. It should take you right there. That's weird that some of you all couldn't open it. Okay, are we good now? Are we good now? Oh, thank you, Ella Parker, for letting me know that. Okay. We are problem solvers, aren't we? Okay. Operation Drag Kitty. Oh, what did I just do here? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Hazel Jones says if you have a pop-up blocker, you'll have to copy and paste. Thank you, Hazel Jones. If you have a pop-up blocker, you'll have to copy and paste. I know. Lovingly presented by Shelley L. Don't forget that. Lovingly presented. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I just. Oh, okay. Oh, I missed that message. Okay, you guys, let me see here. I know. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Kate's own supporters are dragging her. They are. Okay, so the Princess of Wales marks her 44th birthday with deeply personal video revealing how deeply grateful she is to discover what it means to be alive after cancer battle. They have got to stop that. They have really got to stop this whole thing. Um it does not look good on her. It does not look good on her. There are people that are not privileged enough to face whatever level of cancer treatment or cancer battle, and they keep doing this. I'll give you another good example. No mere mortals. Now, to be fair, most mere mortals. That whole thing about Kate and going to the Troop in the Colors, it is the palace that told us that Kate had surgery. They did not have to do that. It was the palace who said it was non cancerous. They did not have to do that. It is the palace, Kensington Palace to be exact, who told us that cancer had been present or cancer cells. It was Kensington Palace that went on this long 172-day ridiculous Where's Kate Middleton? You would think that they would want people to forget about that and move on, and that Kate would just do the work that the country is paying her to do. But instead, there are frequent vacations and lots of excuses. And the excuse du jour is cancer, which is an insult to anyone who has to work a day's work, regardless of their treatment. Not just that someone in the household is going through treatment, but that they are going through treatment. If you look at the comment sections, it is flooded with people that are outraged by yet another sympathy video. And that's what it is. It is a sympathy video. She has not done enough in terms of using her platform to help people with cancer, to educate people about cancer. She hasn't done enough to earn all of these videos. And even if she did do more, I don't believe she has a right to these videos. It seems like a rich woman's hobby to make these gorgeously produced, sweeping, dramatic, episodic videos every time you feel it's necessary to connect with your public. It is the wrong position to take, especially for a country like the United Kingdom, where it is routine to just get on with it. What happened to that get on with it spirit? It exists for everyone but William and Kate. I am upset, not because I've had to deal with more cases of cancer in my family than I'm even comfortable thinking about. But I'm also bothered by the fact that Harry and Meghan reached out to the public, reached out to the Windsor family for help because they were viciously abused by the press. They were plotted against by their own family members. They were appealing for peace, for a truce, which they never received, which they never received. For the first year, the plotting and the scheming and the leaking and the briefing continued. The next year, after they left, more leaking and briefing. But yet we are supposed to stop time. The earth is supposed to stand still because Kate Middleton had precancerous cells. Do you see why that bothers me? Meghan lost an unborn child. Harry lost an unborn child due in part to the pressure that they were up under. And the tabloid media did not pause for a minute. They got absolutely no consideration for anything that has happened to them. And what did they call them? Whingers, whiners, complainers. They're on the privacy tour. But yet, William threatens to sue a magazine for taking pictures of he and his wife on vacation. Why? Because they were on a privacy tour. And every little bit of illness, every consideration that you could possibly want, you have to pause and consider how bad the year has been for William. Remember that? The roughest year of William's life. William wasn't the one with the cancer. His wife had cancer. But yet, there was an article saying how rough his life was. My point is, if any of the above mentioned that has been given so much consideration for Will and Kate, if any of that had come from Team Sussex, it would have been hell to pay. It would have been absolutely hell to pay. And that is why I'm so bothered by those two people. And it's not enough what I think. Think about the rest of the public. Go into those comments and see some of the things that people have been saying in response to yet another one of these sympathy videos where a phenomenally wealthy woman takes time to walk in the woods. Let's see. Shelly L says, "Thank you, everyone. You're making me cry. I had to learn how to write code, talk myself out of kicking my laptop off the table and just giving up." Oh, I understand that. I understand that. But it's so rewarding when you make, like, when you get past the difficult parts, when it all becomes muscle memory and second nature. That is when it gets really good to you. Sometimes when I'm editing and such, I am amazed at how fast I just go through the steps. Whereas before, I would have my phone in one hand, looking at a how-to video, and yeah, it's a lot. But well, you made it. Yeah, made it, and it looks great. So congratulations again. Okay, let me go here. So, Kate's birthday message. Princess of Wales marks 44th birthday with a deeply personal video revealing how deeply. Okay, we did that already. And let's see, Kate's birthday message. I mean, look at these images. Look at these images. The inner city working class people with a family to support should be so lucky to put on the doughboy hat and have a camera crew follow you across an ancient wooden or cobblestone, whatever, what is that, a stone bridge? To have a camera follow you across some ancient stone bridge out in the English countryside. You should be so lucky. If I had the time to do that, I'd feel I would recover too. There's no doubt my recovery would have been satisfactory. If I never recovered, I would still feel better that I got time to walk through the forest like this. I mean, is there anyone to make them stop? Is there anyone who's going to tell them they're doing too much? And the best doctor on the planet, doctors that is on the planets. Look at there. I find myself reflecting on how deeply grateful I am. Nature has helped me heal. Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, and the best doctors on the planet. If everyone had the ability to do when they feel like it or not do if they don't feel like it, yeah, would wonders ever cease? Why is Kate Middleton's nature video so damn annoying? Now, this is an old Tom Sykes article. This is not a new article. They did not learn the last time. They are doing exactly the same thing again. That's an old article. Why is Kate Middleton's nature video so damn annoying? There was a lot of pushback the last time, but they're so out of touch. What do? The exact same thing again, as though no one said anything about it the first time. I don't get that. Will somebody save these people from themselves? Another nature video. Oh, but it gets better, you guys. Stick around because I got more. Trust me when I say this, I have more. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a look at the old article from Tom Sykes and see if there's any lessons to be learned. Okay. Here goes. As entirely unoffensive position go, spring is nice is hard to beat. So is hard. So it is hard to put your finger on exactly why Kate Middleton's new video celebrating spring as the season of rebirth, of hope and new beginnings is so grating. That is not gratifying, grating, as in grate on your nerves, is grating on our nerves. It's not just the gloating, although there is something jarring about the sight of Kate and her insanely privileged family frolicking on their extensive land holdings while simultaneously cosplaying as totally normal members of the middle class. This is from Tom Sykes. You know, Tom Sykes, who was trying to get Charles to advocate for William, abdicate rather. The performative happiness of William and Kate as a straightforward couple who love hiking is similarly difficult to stomach, not least because we all know that the two of them are a locked in a locked in a brutal reputational death match with William's brother Harry, um, have made it clear they will never forgive him, as Harry reminded us in his recent. I don't know why this goes into Harry. Let me continue. On top of the main course of hypocrisy, the inevitable undercurrent is so much of what the royals do, owing to their determination to represent themselves as normal family. There is a side serving of a patronizing language that could make the most committed royalist toes curl. Let me say this again. This is Tom Sykes, you guys. Tom Brown Nose Sykes, Brer Rabbit with that abnormally large tooth in the middle of his mouth. That Tom Sykes. Kate, who has credited her connection with nature as being an important part of her recovery from cancer or precancerous cells, kicks off the voiceover with a subtle reminder of the fact, declaring, over the past year, nature has been my sanctuary. The natural world capacity to inspire us, to nurture us and nurture us and help us heal and grow is boundless and has been understood for generations. At the risk of being committed to treason, boundless is it? Do you see how beautifully this is written and super critical of those other two? I almost cannot believe it. As Kate speaks in her dulcet upper middle class British tones, a drone sweeps over the landscape of the British Isles, from the west coast of Scotland, where the couple had a lovely recent mini break, to the woods that surround their gorgeous home in Windsor, to the rather delightful cherry blossom street in Kate's old stomping grounds of Chelsea, just down the road from their spacious London pad, Kensington Palace. Let me see. Kate continues burbling in this enthusiastic kindergarten hippie teacher vein for the remainder of the video as she and William celebrate their happy marriage with a lot of hugs, meaningful three-quarter profile shots of William's beard, and lingering imagery of their hands making brief but crucially non damaging contact with flowers. Take only pictures and leave only footprints and all that. Many of the turns of phrases are what you would expect in an AI chatbot raised on a diet of eat, pray, love, and inspiring online quotes to churn out, including let us reconnect to nature and celebrate a new dawn within our hearts, and outside world quietly awakens with new life, and there comes a sense of optimism, anticipation, and positive, hopeful change. Now, I wonder what Tom Sykes is going to say about the new video. This is the one with William and Kate running through the woods and glancing at each other and rolling in the sand and all that kind of stuff. Oh my God, it was awful. Awful. Absolutely awful. How many takes did Let me put on some lip balm. You're gonna make me split my lip laughing. Hi, Sandra. Hold on. There we go. I almost split my lip laughing. This is a Tom Sykes Daily Beast. This was Tom Sykes in the Daily Beast. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, that was Tom Sykes in the Daily Beast. I'm going to post that on Twitter. At least I'm going to try. I want to post it on Twitter. I cannot believe Tom Sykes wrote that article. I don't recall the article. Yeah, I don't recall the article, but I just remember a lot of people were critical of all of these Herbal Essence um, Summer Eve videos, as fresh as a summer's eve. Okay. Thank you guys for being patient. I want to make sure I post this. I want everybody else to have a good laugh. Let me see. Oh, I got to say nature video. There we go. Ah, that is perfect. All right. So if you guys want to see that one, I'm going to just put the link right there. That's the article. I'm not going to pin it to the top, but I hope you can grab it from there. And that'll take you to Tom Sykes' article if you want to share it and have a good laugh later. There it is. Okay. Let me see. Here's to summer. Okay, so that was a spring video. This one is a summer video. When did that one come out? These are some slides that I have saved, and I went back looking for something to share to go with the new nature video. Kate urges people to ignite their inner fire and cherish the bounds of love and friendship as she releases second film inspired by the solace she took from Mother Nature. She really got to stop doing this. She has got to stop making these flipping videos. They are so annoying. Does she get how terrible these are? Apparently not, because she keeps doing it. I think somebody's sabotaging them, actually. Let me see. Oh, look at the comment. Look at the comment. Oh, do shut up. Most sit and worry about paying bills, have maybe a Sunday free. Saturday is normally shopping and cleaning. So all this psycho babble about being at one with nature isn't anything like life in the real world. Oh. Woo! That was from May 12th of 2025. My goodness. Now, that was a comment that went directly to Will and Kate's Kensington Royal Twitter account. Obviously, they didn't read it. Obviously, they didn't read it, or they just didn't care. I love that. Oh, do shut up. I love it. I love it. Oh, do shut up. That is very English. How contrite. I love it. Let's see. Is it Shelly LaFleur? No, Shelly Flores. Okay, thank you. LaFlores. Is that right? Anyone knows how much that romp in the woods costs? Thank you for the super chat. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure for the camera crew and editing, it probably cost quite a few $1,000s a pounds, I guess. Yeah. I haven't actually looked at did I look at the video? I haven't looked at the entire thing. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I believe it's like 3 minutes long. But yeah, it's expensive. And I could only imagine that the British taxpayers are paying for it. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. It is the silliest thing. Now, Henry VIII said back on the 28th of October, wait, so the self-proclaimed nature guru who has repeatedly told both parents and children to get outside more and reconnect is shutting down a public nature center so she and her family can move into their sixth home, and the mainstream press is silent, is such a racket. It is such a racket. And that brings me to my next point. Kate, please get out and enjoy nature. Middleton is responsible, along with William, for shutting down nature trails a nature center for children, the dog walking path that people have used for years. And also, it means that it's added a couple of miles to anyone that lives in the area that usually travel. Like, for instance, when it was time to buy the Christmas trees, they had to go a couple of miles out of the way because William and Kate required this security zone. And don't ask me how I found this, but there's an image of Kate Middleton lurking in the woods, making sure that, okay, it does look like she got locked out of the house. But whatever the case may be, whether she got locked out or she just loves nature so much, she just go out and roll around in the mud or whatever. But I could assure you that that is possibly Kate Middleton, and that she loves nature so much that she just goes out there and take a big dive in the puddle of mud or whatever. She's a nature lover. She's the nature guru. She doesn't believe in being in the house. She likes to go outside in the nature. I wonder who washes her wigs after all of that. So you see there, anger at 6 Mile, Will's and Kate's exclusive zone. Ramblers and dog walkers who paid £60 to roam Royal Park, where Welleses now live, hit out at excessive security cordon. How can people enjoy nature if Will and Kate is going to cut them off? Oh, thank you so much. Someone just sent me a PayPal. Let's see. I won't say the name, but they are of the opinion that I'm doing a great job. Well, thank you so much. I think I tend to ramble and get distracted, but thank you. I am prone to putting on a sound bite and then running into the kitchen to grab a cookie, but I do the best I can. Thank you so much for that. Now, what was I talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I know where I left off. Get Orf one's land or Throne Sweet Home. No matter how you slice it, those two heretics have caused quite a bit of inconvenience for people that live in that community. And it's very odd that someone goes on and on about enjoying nature, and yet she and her husband have disrupted the natural order of things in that particular community. Oh, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. Now, take a look here. Liz Jones, Kate's recovery is so moving, but her new video has made me worry. No wonder people are starting to talk. No wonder people are starting to talk. Well, my goodness, what are they saying? What are they talking about? Well, according to Liz Jones, on Friday morning, much of Britain woke up to a burst water pipe, power cuts, and snow from Storm Goretti. Old ladies felt too afraid to venture out because of the ice, but also too scared to pay the price of turning on central heating dial past 17 degrees Celsius. Farmers struggled to feed livestock and revive shivering lambs. Overstretched A&E departments juggling victims of flu and broken limbs. In the midst of this cold weather gloom, it was therefore surprising to see the latest video from the Princess of Wales. It is, of course, wonderful to see Kate looking so radiant, healthy, and strong after the terrible cancer diagnosis that shook the whole nation. When she released her first video in summer announcing she was on the mend, I wrote about how moving I found it and that it brought me to tears. Yet, watching her latest video, I felt once again a little twitch of worry about the direction the slick Palace PR team seems to be directing her. Oh, that's right. Blame it on the Palace. Blame it on the Palace because she's too stupid to know better herself. As I wrote about the first video she released, cancer is messy, imperfect, and shattering. But the most recent of these strange films seems to be a misfire from a family once so protective of their privacy. It smacks of something. Ready for it? Are you ready for it? Okay, I got to say it. It smacks of something Meghan and Harry might come up with. Let me say that again. A family once so protective of their privacy, it smacks of something Meghan and Harry might come up with. You know, this article was going just fine until we got there, right? Did you notice the pattern? Isn't that what happened with the Tom Sykes article? It was going just fine until they had to mention Harry and Meghan. Why do you just have to mention Harry and Meghan? Why do you have to throw Harry and Meghan under the bus when you know full well that they ain't got nothing to do with this? But I'm going to say it once again. If Harry and Meghan had made anything as repugnant and ridiculous as these nature videos, we would have never heard the end of it. We would have never heard the end of it. Do you remember the day when Meghan got that box of goodies from the singer that was replacing the girls' stuff that was lost in the fires in LA? And they criticized Meghan for being happy and sharing it with the public. She was happy on behalf of someone who lost everything. Do you remember how critical they were? How evil and upset they were because Meghan was feeling joy. By the way, you guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. I know I don't say it often enough, and I really hate doing that over and over again, but please hit the like button. I'm looking at how many likes there are, and that is a disgrace. So hit the like button. Do it. Hit the like button. Even if you have to go out and come back in, please hit that like button. If you're on television, figure out how to do it. Remember, January and February is a very lean period in the content creators circles. So it's so important. Okay. As I was saying, the feature showed a future queen all nicely swaddled in a Holland Cooper tweed Le Chameau chamois furry lined willies. She waffled in the winter wonderland, leant on a picturesque ancient bridge, and dangled her elegant fingers in a babbling brook. Oh, good God. Go on. Kate took an opportunity to mark her 44th birthday. She is only 44? Is she only 44? I thought she was about 50. Anyway, to mark her 44th birthday, today by releasing the video posted on Instagram, too close to a series of more emotional, some sycophantic would say modern, but I would say unwise social media offerings made following her cancer diagnosis and recovery. The latest installment of her time out with Mother Nature, entitled Winter, not very imaginatively shows her walking through the Berkshire countryside at dawn. The clip is accompanied by her reflective voiceover and a soundtrack of Pinky Plunky music. Plinky Plunky. What the hell is Plinky Plunky music? Plinky Plunky music. In her narration, she speaks about stillness, gratitude, and the restorative power of the natural world. Nature is, I'm sorry, Kate said, nature has helped me heal. She tells us from beneath a baker boy cap, winter brings us solace, patience, and stream flowers just enough for us to see our own reflection. Fears are washed away. Not Diana's engagement ring. I found myself shouting at the post that showed it glittering perilously on her finger. And Kate finds herself reflecting on how deeply grateful she is. I'm so sorry to say this on her birthday, but who on earth told Kate releasing this video today, of all days when so many people are struggling, was a good idea? It's not just unfortunate timing, its tone shows she, by extension, the Prince of Wales, has come unstuck. No matter how many hospital wards or scout troops they might visit, she is missing the mark on how to truly empathize with the British public. And given the deep affection and respect we hold Kate in, that's such a pity. This 3-minute nature fest shows Kate is as out of touch as if she released a film of herself sitting on a throne wearing a crown, or waving from a private jet as she heads off to the Caribbean on another ski jaunt. This is not how winter, especially in the countryside, is for the vast majority. The reality is shivering at a bus stop in a thin coat. Rural poverty is the hardest of all, or scraping thick ice off of windshields, or shoveling snow so you can get the car out, feed the animals, or just get down the path. Where's the mud, the chaos, the road crashes? I saw 2 this morning up here in the Dales. Now, that would have been a better video. Kate helping locals clear snow outside of the school or church, delivering boxes of groceries, chatting to people waiting to see a doctor. She is delivering an idealized 1930s vision of the rural life that no longer exists, or perhaps only survives inside the royal parks and estates. Ooh, this is good. Ooh, this is juicy. Her diction, too, is reminiscent of our late Queen's early Christmas messages to the nation, as clipped as one of the Charles Hughes hedges. Far worse, though, is her whole nature is our quiet teacher shtick. that it helps us to heal. I am afraid this misguided way of thinking reminds me of some salt path scandal in which a seriously ill man claims a several hundred-mile hike and bracing sea air cured him rather. I imagine those with no money and chronic ill health who can't spare a second from their demanding lives to stop and appreciate a tree or a bird will be left feeling a little inadequate having watched this. Amongst the glowing red hearts now multiplying beneath Kate's birthday message on Instagram, there are a few dissenters. Oh, I love this. I love this. Woo! 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 I love it. This is so shady. I was not expecting her to go there. Writes one. Well, if I wasn't poor, things would be a lot different. I guess that was one of the comments on Instagram. Another writes, I like Kate, but these videos are getting weird now. We get it. You survived cancer, but why not include a message encouraging people to donate to cancer charities so as to help others? The most telling comment I saw, she might not have had the same outcome if most of us with cancer, she had to run the gauntlet of offering I'm sorry, let me do that again. The most telling comment I saw, she might not have had the same outcome if, like most of us with cancer, she had to run the gauntlet of the often incompetent NHS. Kate is supposed to be on our side to show she's human, she understands we're grown-ups and we can't take a dose of reality. For me, her latest video is even worse than the infamous 1969 fly on the wall documentary of the royal family at home, because at least that showed them bickering and barbecuing. Sorry, Kate, I adore you, but this feels far away anyone's I'm sorry, but this feels far away anyone who's really struggling. It should say for anyone who's really struggling, right? Anyway, thank you, Liz Jones. That was an excellent article. Shady of you to mention Harry and Meghan unnecessarily, but y'all, please tell me what your favorite part of that video, of that column. Please tell me what was your favorite part. Please tell me. It was scathing. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was a scathing rebuke of the Princess of Wales. It was an absolutely ridiculous video. It should never happen again. Ever. It was very brave of Liz Jones to say what other people were thinking. Honestly, it was very brave of her. I don't know that most people would have the courage, especially someone that writes for the Daily Mail. But she went there. She went there, and rightly so. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And she should have been ashamed of herself for having made it. She really should be ashamed of herself. Even if there was no awful winter snowstorm, it's still very snarky, and it really flies in the face of working class people. Somebody wrote in the comments, Liz is jealous of everyone. Another person said, can't Liz Jones even give it a rest on Catherine's birthday? What a horrible, nasty woman she is. But yet there's another comment that says, I love Catherine, but I don't like these videos. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Give it a rest, Catherine. It is not working out for you, girl. Yeah. It is not working out for you, girl. Yep, Liz Jones lit her behind on, you know what? I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but yeah, she rattled her cage good. Ooh, I love that article. I got to save that one. Oh, I got to save it. I love it. Can you tell how messy I am? Can you tell how messy I am? That I love that article so much. Not a fan of Liz Jones, of course, but I love that article. Okay, I'm going to see some more of the comments for the article. Oh my goodness, are there 2,400 comments? Oh my goodness, how come I cannot see the comments? I think I have an ad blocker or something on here, and I'm unable to see it. Fudge. Let me see if I can find it another way, because I'm sure the comments are juicy. I tell you, this has been my best day since Christmas. You know that. This has been my best day since Christmas. Keep them coming, Liz. Keep them coming. I don't know what to say. I'm too happy. Well, you know what, though? I mean, I don't feel sorry for her. It was a lazy thing to do. And she and Willie, they think that making these videos makes up for not going to cut this ribbon and expose that placard. It does not. People expect them to work. Queen Elizabeth said, I must be seen to be believed. And I am in total agreement with Lizzie. So for now, it's me and Mrs. Jones. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on. Yeah, I am loving Mrs. Jones today. Oh, there are so many similarities. Oh, there's so many similar comments about Kate's hair. No one else will confront it. Oh my God, what did she say about her hair? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me leave that alone. Oh, Church Nelly, I have just had some of the best moments of 2026 dragging Kate Middleton tonight. Some of the best moments of 2026. Liz Jones, Kate's recovery is so moving, but her new video has made me worry. No wonder people are starting to talk. Okay, her recovery as someone who has, as someone who's a cancer survivor, as well as my husband and daughter, who's currently undergoing chemo and later surgery. This is all pure BS. My husband was stage 3. He returned to work with a feeding tube. Very soon after chemo, radiation, and multiple surgeries, less than a year, he loves his work. My daughter, who is working remotely, my cousin in the UK died a year ago from cancer. My mother went through surgery for cancer in the UK. They are so damn out of touch. It's cringeworthy. She could have used her mystery cancer, was DX, to to really invest her patronage to help the cancer patients in the UK, easy access to treatment, etc. No, but no, she pulls this. Oh, I can barely see that. Let me see. The other one says that family is clueless to any suffering by anybody but themselves. Next comment. I watched it, but honestly, I have no idea what the point was of that video. And lastly, I love Catherine, but even I don't like these videos. I wonder how many people have made that same comment. I love Catherine, but even I don't like these videos. Silly. You know what? I was going to do this, but I'm going to leave that one alone. I'll do that one tomorrow. Oh, Tom Sykes had wrote an article. Prince William and Kate have embraced the power of being dull and boring. I got to find that article. I'll check that out tomorrow. How Prince William went all the way to protect after uh, topless photo scandal 13 years ago, as future king remains his wife's biggest champion. Um, William ain't protecting her. He's protecting himself. He just don't want to look ridiculous. And I think that was it, you guys. I think that was it. Oh my goodness. I have really enjoyed Dragon Kate Middleton. I have really enjoyed that. It's what she deserves. She's an awful person, mean girl. Um, yeah, but I feel for those kids, and I hope those kids are not um going through a rough time because of their parents. Because even though I cannot stand either one of those people, that whole thing with the helicopter and the overnight bags, I'm just like, God, I hope those kids didn't see anything about that. That would be terrible. Because when parents are allegedly separated or not getting along, it really takes a toll on the kids, and I wouldn't wish that for those kids, for anybody's kids. So I hope they're not going through a difficult time. Anyway, you guys, don't forget at the top of the chat, there is a link for Shelly L's website where there is a bunch of stuff that you might be interested in ordering. I'm going to go back and look at it myself so I can see what there is to see. I saw at least a couple of things I would like to have, but do check it out. There's some really cool merch. And let me show you what I was blessed with today. There you go. Like that. Like that. So check it out. Thank you, Heather Stroud, and thank you as always for being here. So I'm going to say goodnight to you all. Thank you again, everyone. Don't forget, there's a new sheriff in town. We have a new moderator. If you take a glance at the comments, you'll see a wrench next to Shelly L's name. So you all be on your best behavior because, we don't get a lot of trolls. You notice that? We don't get a lot of trolls. I have it where if you haven't subscribed within a week, then it's you can't make a comment. And also, I do have a very strong, robust block for some of those negative, nasty comments. So we don't even get a lot of trolls in the comment section, which is a good thing because this is our safe space. So anyway, you guys, please continue to pray for squatties that may be suffering or recovering. And Lord knows anybody who might have that dreaded flu. Wash your hands frequently. Wear your face mask. Don't worry about what people think. You do not want that flu. Oh, you do not want that flu. I knew someone who had that flu. They were sick for an entire month. And this is one of those people that never get sick. Do you hear me? Ever. Ever. In like 30 years, I can count how many times they've had a cold. And yet, that dreaded flu began to feel like pneumonia. Okay? So do not touch your face while you're out. When you get home, wash your hands as soon as you walk in the house. And if there's somebody else in the house, make them wash their hands too. I don't care how old they are. Just be like, hey, bruh, wash your hands. Right? Wash your hands. And, and beware of those confined spaces with somebody who might be sick. The life you save may be your own because this is a serious flu. Really, it's serious. You don't want to get sick. Okay? All right. Love you guys. I will see you all next time. Cheers.